Your 11 Alive Storm Trackers tracking the latest tropical storm, and that is Tropical Storm Humberto. And the good thing is, Humberto is moving to the north, and the good thing is it's moving, and it's also moving to the north of Great Abaco Island here. So you can see there is rain associated with it. That's the radar coming in from the Bahamas. You can see that we do have the counterclockwise motion past Abaco here, north of Freeport, north of Grand Bahama. So that is really good news for the Bahamas. Their impacts are going to be fairly limited here. And then it's going to continue its movement up to the north and eventually take a hard right turn. So this is what we know about Humberto as of the 5 o'clock advisory. 50-mile-per-hour winds, 65-mile-per-hour gusts, moving to the north-northwest at 7, so it isn't stationary, thank goodness. And it will continue its movement to the north as a tropical storm. Then it looks like it's going to take a hard right as a hurricane, likely strengthening as we head into Monday morning, and then continuing on that easterly course out into open waters as a Category 1 hurricane. So it looks like it's going to have minimal impacts on our coastline, which is really great news. Once it gets away from the Bahamas, I think we can breathe a sigh of relief. The spaghetti models are also indicating it's going to take a hard right curve as we have a frontal system that's going to be moving through, and that will direct it on out to sea. And the GFS and the Euro pretty much in tune too. The blue color is the Euro, the yellow is the GFS, and they're both in agreement that it is going to make that hard right turn. So this is a good one, that it is going to have impacts mainly over the open waters and also over cooler waters fairly shortly as we head into next week. So here's that frontal system that is moving in as we head into tonight. It's not a particularly strong pattern here, not a particularly strong front, I should say. Also, we have a wedge pattern setting up, so we may have some showers and storms tonight, but this is the impact that Humberto will have. Just some rain coming up the Florida coastline. They have dropped their tropical storm watches that were in place, and the Bahamas have dropped their tropical storm warnings. So this is going to continue to the move to the north, and you can see how most of the rain and the wind will be kept offshore. Meanwhile, we here in Georgia are hot and dry side of the storm, sinking air behind the storm here on the western flank, and that air coming in around that high will be hot and dry. So we're back into the mid-90s by the beginning of next week. We'll have more in our later newscasts on the latest update from the National Hurricane Center on Tropical Storm Humberto.